The darkness surrounds us. It's time to light up the night. It's time for Zero Dark 30 with John.
Yay!
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
I think you can handle the truth just fine, folks. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. We blasted out of the bunker Zero Dark 30. Okay, well, my expectations for SHTF as we go forward, I thought we might just throw these things out here and have a little bit of a private discussion about it. My expectations are people are going to come unhinged, unwound, undone, and we're seeing signs of it right now. To start, right, we've got leftists threatening everybody they can, and it's really starting to show. It's really starting to show. You know, your average street lunatics out there, right? They can't just say, you know, Elon Musk sucks, President Trump sucks. They got to throw in the assassination comments. My expectations are that is going to come. It's going to come. The violence is coming. I think they were under the belief that Trump couldn't be elected. They were under the belief that Trump would lose, that they could cheat and pull it off. They were under the impression that he wouldn't be certified, that something would happen. They were under the belief that assassination attempts, those attempts were going to be successful or scare Trump into not playing. Those were Democrat expectations, that he wouldn't be inaugurated, that some miracle would happen. Those were their expectations, and they failed. They failed. So they're not very happy at all. And they see what's crumbling and happening around them. You know, one of these little Democrat turds was bragging that they haven't filed taxes or paid taxes. They're gonna go after that person now. I think one of the acting U.S. attorneys is now investigating that person and sent him a nice letter. I have always paid my taxes, and I think overpaid significantly, like it or not, because I don't want to have an audit, right? Anyways, and just a belief in the goodness of America. These people don't have a belief in the goodness of America or Americans. These leftists, and I don't believe they're Americans. I believe they're anti-Americans. The communists are anti-Americans. They're awful people, and they resort to violence. I mean, the Anarchist Cookbook, you know, is a book that was written by, you know, communist, Marxist anarchists who wanted to what? You know, destroy America, and, you know, put communism in play and use terrorist devices and tactics. You know, Saul Alinsky, they've written books about it. So it's not like I'm predicting the unknowable. I'm talking about things that, well, they've told us they're going to do. It's part of their program that they run. They're not just going to go away. I mean, but it's not just the street people. By street people, I mean, you know, everyday people like you and me. We've got Joy Reid is fired. Oh no. You got I swear this guy's an alien on NBC Nightly News. He resigns. Rachel Mad Cow she should be done. Somehow she's clinging to her job. No one's watching the mainstream media. They're losing. The expectation was that everyone was going to turn to them for the truth, and it's not happening. It's not happening. No one wants to hear the CIA's bullshit message. But it's climbing even higher. the aggravation, the fear, the worry. Adam Schiff, if I've seen his eyes bug out, it wasn't as bad as it was until Dan Bongino was passed or provided or offered the job of assistant or a deputy director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. That really woke up old bug-eyed Schiff. And it's hilarious, folks. These people are losing their shit and coming apart, but they're threatening violence, and that's the really scary part of this. Even Rhino Republican Eye Patch McCain, Dan Crenshaw, has decided he's going to join the act and says he's going to fucking kill Tucker Carlson. He denied he said it, but there's a recording. That's, I don't know how you take that one out of context unless he was telling a story that someone else said. I don't know. I guess you could do that, but apparently, with his attitude and everything else about Dan Crenshaw that nobody likes, I mean, he just might be a candidate for a new bipolar medicine. He just seems to have emotional swings, and they're pretty dangerous. I don't think those are really good when you're in a position of authority and you're representing hundreds of thousands of people. But that's what we've got, folks. That is what we've got. Look out. These people are coming apart at their seams, and they are threatening violence. As we move closer to spring, as it gets warmer, we can expect more of that. More of these people getting nuts on us. Are you prepared? Right? Do you have alternate routes to get to work, to get home, to get to your kids? If you have children in school, do you know, right, the school's procedures for lockdowns? Do your kids have, do they have instructions from you on how to deal with it? For example, I told my kids anytime something happened, I'd meet them at the football field. I'd pick them up there. And when they did, I can't remember if they did a drill or we actually had someone strange on campus. I think it was someone strange on campus. They did a lockdown. This is years ago when my kids were in school. My younger son, Lucas, right, took charge in the classroom, barricaded the door, gave other kids instructions, stay back, stay out of the way. And when someone tried getting in the room, they let them have it. Now, I'm going to keep that story just as general as I can. Lucas, actually got a school award for that. Having a plan, right? You need food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. You need that, but you need a plan. Right? What are your expectations? Right? What are your expectations? In Sweden, they have a bomb go off about every day. Other countries, same story. Stabbings, bombings, assaults, kidnapping, these terrorist actions. Americans are a little different. We have access to guns. So you'd think there'd be a lot more shootings, but there aren't. Why is that? Well, it's the American mentality, and it could be the American standard of living. When you're not hungry, you tend to behave more. Right? When you have creature comforts, you're comfortable. There's less to be angry about. Right? You got air conditioning, you got refrigerators, you got a microwave, you got television, you're being entertained, you're being fed. Yet these Democrats, they're not happy with that. They're not happy at all. It's gonna get nasty. I'm expecting a lot of violence at some point here. Right? You cannot placate someone who's full of hatred. So get prepared, folks. Chance favors the prepared mind.